Keke Wyatt, that baby daddy, that ex-husband. Keke, I don't know what you've done to the men's or what's going on. Why they maybe it's the poom poom or something. And they go crazy when a relationship over. I don't know, but this man decided he was gonna come down to the internet and spill your tea. And can I say this before we get into the video? I'm kind of like, dang, aren't you supposed to be like he called himself a prophet? I guess wanting to be a pastor. I don't know if he is or isn't. And it's like, this is what you're doing, coming down to expose this lady like this. Where they say that in the Bible? But we gonna get into it anyway. So
not the way he was walking around her house in a beater and a do-rag every damn day.
Well. Well, let's check it out, y'all.
An interesting choice.
Okay, but this is what happened. This is the last day of me leaving that that house. That was it for life. And so I left, and that was it. And so this is where Larry Weathers and for 3 weeks after I left, she's calling this man who's living with his wife in Kentucky, Ebony. They would come over and visit several times. We'd go out to eat and everything. This is her cousin. And so 3 weeks after I left, she cannot be alone, a lunatic. And so she figures out that I'm not coming back. I'm never coming back. Okay? Smart girl. And so she calls her cousin, who's still married to his wife, has him to come. He comes like 1 or 2 times. The second time, he stays. Him with his opportunist self. Forgive me. He's an opportunist. Him as an opportunist, he saw to take advantage of the situation, to use her money to get at that bank account.
That'd be me.
Okay. And so after he locked it in and convinced her and tell her, you got to divorce Zachariah. It's got to stop. And his manipulation. 2 manipulators. Okay. She shaved her hair off after I left. Okay. 2 manipulators. And so he convinces her, you got to divorce him and everything. And so once Larry secured that she was getting a divorce, the goal was is for Larry to get his divorce, her to get her divorce. She thought, I think he was already divorced, but he called Ebony after he was telling her he locked it in, asking his wife for a divorce. So this woman stole her cousin away from his wife and had her own cousin to come live with her, and they began an incestual relationship, having sex and a sexual relationship, and then said they're going to start a church. Hopefully you guys can see that. It might be backwards. We're starting a church. You know, y'all guys can kind of put that together. I don't know if it's going to show up backwards on the screen or not. But hey everybody, we're starting a church. And in the video, she's taking the video at her home in her bedroom. She passes the phone to her cousin Larry Weathers. Okay. And to my partner, you know, we're going to be starting a church in February. And look at this. Look at this mess. Nikki Gilbert goes and does a whole interview on them, and she put a small clip it up, 3-minute clip it. I don't know if it was 3 minutes. She goes to Sound Atlanta, the name of the church. Y'all remember this? Sound Atlanta. Okay, look, all the receipts are here. Okay, this is Larry Weathers. This is Kiki. Now let's get evidence. Let's get some pictures.
It's the way he printing shit out to hold it up.
No, I am dying.
You can share screen.
Y'all give me a second.
You gotta go get the other printout. Hold up. You'll see it right there for yourself.
Yeah, erase all those.
It's giving everybody was in high school for like 5 or 6 years. Everybody, him, Kiki, the cousin, everybody giving super duper senior.
Unapologetic W. Sleeping together
Wait,
church.
rewind it.
It was called Sound Lebanon, Kentucky. So he took the church name, Sound Lebanon, Kentucky, Sound, and he used that to create Sound Atlanta with Kiki. To come and live and with her. And so the goal was y'all get divorced. And you get a divorce from Zachariah. And the goal was for them to get married. Kiki wanted them to get married, a lunatic. So she wanted to marry her cousin and was trying to have a baby by her own cousin. Okay. Ebony didn't even know nothing about this. Somebody had to tell her. She didn't even know what was going on. She was still posting on Kiki's page.
Somebody had to tell her.
Hey, girl, yeah, you done cut off all your hair and she's sitting up there with your husband, Ebony. That's my sister. I love her. All right. Let's go to some pictures of the church.
That's all we got time for right now. But that's him calling himself exposing the mother of his child. How many kids they got? 1 or 2?
I think they just have one together.
My question is like maybe he was never the cousin. Maybe she said that to make him feel okay with that guy being around and not feel like the guy was a threat.
That's what
I feel like that's her cousin though. Yeah, I feel like that's some shit she would do.
It is. Y'all know Kiki is Trailer Park White.
I forget her mom.
Yeah, she is Trailer Park White. You have to watch her on their last reality show. That's when I was like, yeah, Kiki's crazy, first of all. But another thing is, I think she is a narcissistic mom to those kids. Like makes everything about herself to the point that her children are worried about her bursting into tears and all of that shit. Like, you know, her kid, like some of the older kids won't leave because they don't want to leave the younger kids with her and whatever new man she's going to find next. You know, yeah, it's a lot of dysfunction in her being whiny to me and complaining and just kind of having codependent, unhealthy relationships with her children. Like she's a weirdo to me.
Well, he had a lot to say in that video, even with the dynamics of the kids and stuff. It's just a lot of stuff that
I wonder if the cousin's wife would say that they cousins also.
I wonder too. I just wonder her overall thoughts on what he is saying and whether she probably won't say yay or nay, but I'm like, can she confirm some of the stuff that you're saying? Why you plastering this lady photo?
Imagine starting a church with your cousin.
Imagine being Kiki Wyatt popping coochie all over the place and thinking you should start a church. And don't get me wrong. I always feel like you can be a whore and love the Lord. Please don't get me wrong, y'all. But I feel like something's wrong with Kiki. Like, it's not just that she pops coochie all over the place. Like, you're mean. You act bitter sometimes. You are all about yourself. Why should you have a church unless you just want people to give you money so you could sing and y'all can get tax write-offs?
Damn.
I mean,
yeah.
To the church.
That's what you do when you have a gang of kids. When you have a gang of kids, you start a nonprofit, or you start adopting or fostering other kids. That's what they do to get the check. Yeah. Because at some point you have so many kids, you know, it's similar to the same way that I say I don't trust people who say they only do nonprofit businesses.
Yeah.
That's what people who have a gang of kids do. They open up a daycare.
Dang. Who's the first person that came to y'all head when y'all thought about a daycare?
You know, Neil
Fletcher.
And you have this when you have 11 kids, yeah.
And then I'm thinking about, bitches, you down there screaming and hollering at them people, children. Cause see, I couldn't have you and your bad nerves around my child, all that screaming and hollering, talking to my child's temperament is calm. And I sent him over here to you because I gotta go to work and you screaming and hollering at my child like you squeezed it out your coochie. I don't know. I don't know about Nell. I ain't gonna lie though. I will go down to the church to see Kiki sing. I'm not gonna lie.
Kiki can definitely sing for the people, honey.
So you get. I want to see her do it. The bitch can sing, but she is not okay in the head, and I blame her parents.
Oh yikes! Anything else on Miss Wyatt of it all?
I just hope that's not her cousin.
I hope not. We're gonna see. She hasn't said anything. I think the video been up for a minute, but she hasn't said that. Maybe she's not. But
She don't
good
really
luck.
be active like that, do she? On social media, I never
Wasn't
hear a lot.
she? I don't know.
She was on Tamar's podcast recently, I think, but I don't remember seeing any clips from that podcast. So I just assume ain't nothing was really said.
Probably not.
Potentially.
Cause I didn't even they was promoting it like Tamar was about to have this, talk with her niece. And I didn't really see no clips of that shit come out neither.
Yeah, nah, but her niece supposed to be on her show. So that's why I'm wondering if she's holding on to that for the show. And she may drop a clip closer, to filming to get reactions to have that be a part of the show or something. But that's what she said.
Her and the cousin broke up. She is engaged to another. My God. My
Another
God.
cousin?
What's on? Let me go to her Instagram.
Kiki engaged to somebody. You got Kiki keep a bag, and then you got Kiki keep a man.
You got Carly, always engaged or married.
Okay. It's the case.
Okay, no,
Always.
she definitely got a new man in there. Hold up, I'm about to send
So it's not the one that was in the video we
No,
saw?
I can't. It looked like the man. I can't tell. It don't look like the man that was in the picture. It don't.
Is this her page? Is this the one that paid? Oh.
That don't look like the man that was on them pictures he was showing.
No, it doesn't. It looks like a completely different guy. I think this is the guy. It look like it's somebody that's in the band with her though.
How do they know she with him though? What are they seeing?
Oh no, look at other pictures. Like, look at the pictures. There's one. That's the video I sent
He
you.
said, "My baby hooping."
That's the sick baby, and this is the man holding him. You slide right there. Yeah.
Oh, there you go, video. My big baby. What?
Now I'm cracking up at everybody say she keeps a man when she actually doesn't.
I saw that comment.
Not because really, you don't keep them. This is what, the third husband? The last one was the third husband, and he came out of nowhere, and then she was acting like she had been knowing him all her life or some shit like that. I feel like that's the same shit Sierra Gates did. Like pop out with some weird ass old nigga acting like I've been knowing him since we was in school. He really loved me. Like, all right, girl. These niggas trying to use you just like any other nigga that will come along and recognize that you are, a jackpot for a broke nigga.
Oh.
Right.
Well, that sucks, people.